Take a look at this. It's the world's most ancient drink, considered the nectar of the gods. Now, Mead is getting a new life or lease on life. It's undergoing revolution similar to craft beer here in the U.S. So we sent our guy, Owen Fairclough, to get a taste of it.
It's time to brew at Charm City Mead Works in Baltimore. There's a ton of honey on this crate, helping fuel the fastest growing segment of the U.S. alcohol industry.
We thought we were doing really well when we went to 5-gallon buckets. Instead of doing, it felt pretty big when we did our 100-gallon batches. This tank now is going to be a 300-gallon batch. So it just keeps getting bigger and more honey.
Co-founder James Boycourt got into beekeeping as a student. Mead was a natural progression.
There really wasn't anything that I could find that was worth drinking, and what little there was hard to find.
The mixture of yeast, honey, and water ferments for several weeks.
It smells like mead.
You can get a sense that it smells a little bit bready. You don't have any off flavors. Sometimes if you were to have a fermentation go bad, it'll have a little bit of a funky twist to it.
Mead can be infused with pretty much any kind of ingredient, even hot peppers, and may be aged in oak barrels up to 9 months, depending on the variety. And here's where all the fruits of that hard labor ends up, on tap in Baltimore bars like this one, and selling as much as some of the world's most established brands. Cheers. This one is fairly light. Its 6% alcohol is comparable with many craft beers. Other meads may be up to 12% or even stronger.
And as soon as we got mead, it took people a little bit of time to discover it. And now it's become a where's your mead if we don't have it.
James and Andrew invested around $100,000 into the business. Since their first commercial batch last year, they've tripled sales. That's meant a lot of long hours, but it's a labor of love.
New Year's resolutions this year included like groceries in my refrigerator, taking a little more time at home to relax, being able to go out on a date or two and not worry about whether I'm going to be able to hang out with that person 10 days later,
With only around 200 mead producers in the US, compared to more than 10 times the number of craft breweries, the industry is young and ripe for development.
It's exciting. Mead is pretty much a blank canvas that gives you a lot to play around with.
Owen Fairclough, CCTV, Baltimore.